Minasan, konnichiwa, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to do a short overview of Killroy Was Here, Part 3, The Others, if we translate from Dutch. You guessed it right, European comic by Walterell, that's his artist name, and his writer's name. And for those of you who don't know how these type of videos, I go through one similar to what I do in Tales from the Past and other videos. I go through a comic, European comic, webcomic, or manga from an could be another time. In this case, it's one more recent. It's currently a run of 8 issues from what I've heard, with the 4th being released or already released. And I'll discuss who the team is and who did the art, etc., which is quite easy. It's here on the cover. Do a short synopsis that's on the back cover, and give my thoughts about the good, bad, and the ugly, and give the final verdict. So score that goes from let's say 10 out of 100 till 100 out of 100, with 10 out of 100 being 1 out of 10, 100 out of 100 being 10 out of 10, which won't happen here, but pretty close. Also, you might disagree with me on certain issues, and if that's the case, no problem. It's totally fine. Just try to keep it civil. My goal of these types of videos is trying to bring back a more simpler time. Another time before we had the internet, before the days of certain technologies where we could discuss whether a comic is good, which character could be who, and if there's a good balance between writing and art. Those are discussions that I want to have. And I won't be using any source today because it's totally unscripted. So we're going straight into who did the art and who did the writing. Okay, the team. The team is Walterell. And basically who he is. He's an artist from let's say I think Belgium. Yep, he's a Belgian artist, as you can see here. He was employee at Studio van der Steen, and he made sketches for a German for the German Bessie series, and he illustrated the freelance for different let's say educative publishers. And suddenly a magazine reached out to him in 1978 for a comic in SF. And then he published Killroy Was Here. And 20 years later, which is where we are now, he decided to release another series of Killroy, which will be around 8 volumes. So this is the first. The second, I still need to read those, but the stories are more or less self-contained, so you don't have to worry about missing a lot of unnecessary plot points. But what was it all about? What is it all about? I have to translate from Dutch here. A lone monk hires Captain James Killroy's galley to travel towards mysterious destination. He's basically Killroy is a 16th century privateer of Scottish heritage, and he's famous for basically raiding Spanish ships carrying gold. But he's not normal because he has certain paranormal abilities. And Dr. Hopkins is trying to examine his research his paranormal activities, and he does all kinds of strange experiments. And due to these paranormal activities, he gets strange visions of a young woman who is trying to warn him for impending danger, and he's getting basically his visions go through time and space, similar to what Paul Atreides has with his Squeezes Haderach abilities. And he gets strange looking man looking him up, because of his abilities. One of the time travelers is the black guy named Kolos. He lets monster himself in the harbors of Plymouth and pretends to be just a poor lad who wants to help his family, and he works on his galley as a cook. But he is actually a time traveler, and you cannot prevent that his captain and his crew are going to be arrested by the Time Watchers. But Killroy escapes, and he, thanks to a time machine, he ends up in the Second World War. There he becomes inspector for ships for the Navy, and he has a lot, and he paints graffiti on the hull of the ship with the text "Killroy Was Here." For those of you who lived during those times, 20th century, you probably know what it's all about. And the Time Watchers are also behind him, and it seems he also has a daughter, so basically he's also caught up between... he's basically caught up in between the power struggle between two sides when he wants to see his daughter, or the one that's about to be born. And that's also the princess, and who's also going to be a princess in the far future. But overall, let's get to the good, bad, and the ugly. Well, I don't have to say anything about the cover. It's clear that he's Walterell is a guy from the Old Guard from a previous time in European comics, and it shows great art, great cover art, and there's also good writing in it. Also, the black character, or Kolos, he's not just a token character just to fill in, check a quota. He's actually a really convincing character. He's basically kind of Father Reginald Crane character if you read Soulfinder. But also, one could stand his ground who is cunning, calculating. Could be almost be a role model. And Killroy, of course. Smart way to use a simple quote to create something like this. And I can't wait. I'm convinced to get the previous two chapters as well, because I'm not really a big fan of sci-fi things, but this one is right up my alley because it goes from certain points in time, and certain events, and discuss certain historical events, and even the Second World War. So, hey, I'm sold on this. I hope I could get the next one in on the small cons, or the first two. There's one coming up in April, so I'll be there in Deventer. The final verdict: I like this a lot, more than I expected. So it gets an 8. So if Walterell is watching this, I doubt it, because I don't think he's that YouTube savvy. Maybe not, or maybe he is. Hey, if you could read Dutch, this is worth it. Even if you can't read Dutch, there's enough. It's a visual medium, so you could basically pick up what the story's all about. Anyways, that's my video for today. Talk to you guys later. Got to go to work. Peace.